All right, welcome back, folks, to the back nine. Gilligan's Island's driven by Innova, Madeline Bertrand County Park. It's round one coverage. I'm Dave Brunsting, tournament director. I'm here with
Kyle Wessling. I was the assistant today, also trying to, show MA3 what was boss. I did.
Presented by Sandridge Disc Golf Club and the Touch Twins. We also want to give a big shout out to Greenbush Brewery. And the front 12 scores, as you can see here, is a very tight race. We're off to hole 13. Now, hole 13 played as the most difficult hole on the course. And you can see why.
Not only is it the longest hole, to the point to where the park will actually call this a par 5. It's the fairway is not really a fairway neither. It's littered with a lot of holes in the middle. Pretty difficult to get down. You have to hit your line right.
All right, Andy's up. Twisting and mashing that disc there. Tossing it down there. Just missing the tree that I always hit.
And that's actually the line, is to just get outside of that. It looks like he did come up a little bit too far right with a muff turn. Should still have a nice easy up and down for a 3 from there, though.
And Jared here. I got a comment. Oh, man, he's released that way early. He's off to the left. Oh, man. That's a tough spot to recover from. I've been there.
And they said that they actually had a 10-minute wait.
Yep. That's a tree I usually hit right there. Now,
Yeah,
what's he
the
got
one in
here?
the center. Ooh, this one, I couldn't get quite. That almost looks like it might be one of his.
What?
His Magnum or Tantrum. He likes to
What?
throw on those lines.
Look at this.
And that's the line how you throw that. You have to just be on the right of those trees. Great flex
Oh, my
shot from
gosh. That was surgical.
It's kind of hard to tell Lee's disc almost because he throws a lot of dark blue.
Wow. What a shot from Lee.
As you see all the others here showing the danger of this hole getting caught up by the trees. That looks a little too turned to the right there.
Jarrett with his third shot. And hoping for some ground play.
Again, good play here because of the fast green as most of the rest of the park. And great jump putt, great bid for that. Good landing, good half run. Giving himself a shot at the 2, but most likely going to take a 3 here.
All right, let's see what Southside's got here. Another flick. Is he going to sink it again like number 3? Nope.
A little short, a little over the basket. That tree shouldn't be too much in the way.
This is sick. How do you get all the way down there like that on that hole?
I've gotten there and gotten a 2 here a couple times myself, but I've always been short. I've never been past a basket like Lee has.
Wow. Par feels great in this hole. Birdie feels awesome. And for me, a bogey feels normal.
Yeah. You're gonna see a nice mixture of rainbow colors here on this card. Great shot by Lee.
Number 14, this is deceptive because it feels like a left to right hole. And the reality is this is a very, very straight hole. You want to throw the straightest thing you have.
No fade on the end,
no.
Almost no turnover during the flight. You have to go dead straight.
And it's so easy. You have a very narrow gap to miss, and it's so easy to miss that gap and get kicked off into the trees somewhere.
And there's some grass there. Maybe about 200 feet off the fairway, or off the tee here, and it looks like Lee got pulled to the right, which is a very popular miss there. But like I said, the grass is about 200 feet off, so very different to the rest of the courses. It actually slows down your disc and will not let you slide up there. And this I know is a adventurous from Andy here. Forehand goes right, gets kicked even more right.
Let it go a little early. He's going to be in trouble with his next shot, I think. And I got to shout out to Jared here. This shirt is awesome. I love this. this Lazat shirt here.
I've actually been looking at it all around here. It is pretty cool. Oh,
He's going to try to flex around there.
hopefully that gets stable.
I don't think so. I think he's going to be off in the weeds. I think this is his Joe's Atlas again. Oh,
That was...
released it very late.
Don't know if that was a hyzer route was intentional, but with an Atlas, I wouldn't think so. Oh, look at this upshot. Hitting the pole.
Wow. Great shot, man. Come on, Lee, get her in there. Oh,
Good run. A little bit behind the tree. Maybe a little bit of a straddle putt there for him, but close enough that he shouldn't have much trouble. And here's Andy.
Oh.
Wow.
oh,
I don't know if he had a window, but that is a great shot to get out of where he was. Kick so far right there. And just off the top.
oh, was that going to be a birdie for him? I think it was.
That was. That would have been a great from hitting so early.
Lee. This is unusual, folks, for him. That's
Just a little high for him. Just
Yep.
getting spit out by the... Almost looked like center pole spit him out. And that seems to be the only bad part about Lee's putt is it is so forceful. It does like to hit the center pole if he's a little too close.
there we go. Oof. Hey, this is a very unusual bogey for him. This is one of those holes you feel like you really need to birdie every time. Now, 15, this is kind of a longer, little bit narrower hole here. And the temptation is to throw the disc down to the right-hand side and hug those trees on the right and hopefully have it fade out. But, man, if you don't get that just right, again, you're going to get a nasty kick way off into the weeds.
And the real hard part about this hole is actually the tee pad. The tee pad is facing away from the basket.
I think that might be a product of when the course was designed. This was designed by Steady Ed, and the course looked a lot different back then. There were a lot more trees growing up. That might have been the intended route, is to throw that direction.
Looked like a little short shot from Andy there. This is looking pretty. A little bit long, it looks. Yes, a little long, but it should still be within, I think, about 30, 45 feet maybe.
Yep.
It's actually a great shot.
It's usually what I do. Is I start off to the pad to the right.
I do the same thing, trying to
Yep.
get maybe a straighter shot down this fairway here.
There you go.
Ooh, that's looking great. The height looks perfect,
Get
too.
around this tree. Oh!
Ooh. And that's about usually where I end up, actually.
Mm-hmm. I'm very familiar with the bushes over there.
And that's an Axiom disc. I'm not sure what it was.
What?
You could tell right there, just straight and pulled it. Looked like maybe he rolled his wrist there. I'm not sure.
It's really about the only play Andy had from that location.
It's still a little bit too long there. Not high enough to try and get it in.
Doing a little army golf. Left, right, left, right.
Now, Lee likes to throw a white caltrop for that shot, but
That was a nice out, really. It should be an easy putt for him.
Joe, that tree's right in his way, trying to hyzer.
Ooh.
Not quite, but gets him close enough. That was a pretty good bid from his look there. Andy with the par save here.
Ooh.
Just off the top. And
Oh.
what a roll away. Ooh, good
Oh,
job.
that is brutal.
I want to give Lee some reflexes there to get his bag out of the way, his cart. And just hyzer out of the hand there.
All right, Andy. Get her in the chains. Oh, just a little low.
And honestly, this is even though, again, it looks like we're in the woods, this is kind of one of the opener parts of the course. And the driveway and parking lot is right outside those trees to the left there of our players. So the wind could be fighting through pretty bad. Maybe would have messed up his putt.
Double bogey for Andy. All right, number 16. This is the funky hole here. The trees in the middle. I like to forehand flex around these two trees we just went by and try to have it fade to the right. I usually throw something pretty overstable. I've been throwing a DGA Quake lately.
It's a pretty simple for the backhand. If you try to backhand this with the right hand, I know I try the hyzer flip turnover shot with a little bit of a
yep, that's another good way to go. And it looks like Jarrett's doing what I normally do here. Forehand flex and
that looks way early out of the hand, and that is
those bushes off to the right there are pretty brutal.
And here's a long Anheuser route, and it looks like it's just too wide for Joe there, getting kicked off to the left. And here's a straight up the gut play, a little bit of a turnover. There's that bush on the right that likes to grab, and it looks like he kicked out to the side of that, so he's going to have a nice open putt for Lee there.
And he's going with the forehand flex, I bet.
He likes that. Avenger
Not bad.
SS. Not bad at all.
Not bad. Circle's edge. This is this is a really tough up shot here.
For how early he was, I thought he was going to be way farther in, so he's actually fortunate to be able to move the disc that far up from where he's at.
Must have gotten a good kick there.
Nice Anheuser forehand out for Joe, and fantastic shot.
Wow, that was a great up shot. Come on, Lee. Oh,
and just off the back of the cage. Great run by Lee.
Yes.
And what a birdie by Andy. That was a great putt. Making one up for the last hole. And actually, for how a couple of these other drives started out, pretty nice pars.
Yeah. And Joe tapping in, cleaning up his par. And we're off to 17. 17's another one of these short holes. It's a left to right fairway here. Not a terribly sharp hyzer here. Just something slightly overstable with a flick if you want, or just try to ante it up there a little bit. And
almost more of a turnover than an ante because of those trees right on the right, though. I know I've gotten taken out by them almost to the point where you want to throw straight and just let the ground take you up to the basket.
Yep, this is a classic example of the hard ground play that you find here at Meadow and Bertrand. It's going with the flick. This is normally what I do, try to flick it up there.
And good shot. Just a little short. Puts him pin high over to the right. About 15-foot putt. Very nice shot.
Well, he sure likes this. This has got to be his Atlas. He sure likes that. And
turned over to the right there. And that's actually one of the problems. Easier things to do and get caught up.
Another flick.
It looks a little high here and looks to be turning a little quick. Yep, gets hit
one
those
of the trees
right in the center.
Oh, this is looking pretty good. Not bad.
That was a good shot by Lee. Looked turned over a little bit too much, but it was low enough, caught the ground, didn't have a roll, just slid up to the basket. Looks like a small overhand just to get out.
Yeah, he didn't try to hero shot it, I don't think.
I don't think he could even see the basket, so his only play was to get out there. A long... Ooh, what a run there.
We got the longest putt marker right there. So if Joe makes it... Oh! Good bid, though. Now, is this birdie?
This would be.
Yeah.
That was a very impressive shot by Andy there.
It's one of those holes I feel like I should birdie every time I play it. Of course, that doesn't happen.
I feel like I say that for every hole I play in disc golf.
All right, moving on to 18. This is the 8th hardest hole of the tournament. This is a left to right hand, pretty severe dog leg. Really, for the only play I think that works well is to right hand flick and let it skip up to the basket. Just take that ground play and use it to your advantage.
It's almost to the point where your disc has to come back because of how the trees are. It almost has to come backwards, which is why that high forehand is a popular play here.
Yep.
With a very overstable disc.
This should be right up Andy's alley here. Here we go. Oh, that's looking really nice. Oh, yeah, that's a tasty morsel.
And even though that's still a little bit long because of the way that you have to cut. And then, actually, this is a high Anheuser. This is actually my play as well. He loves that black soft envy that he has.
And he's off in the woods.
But he looked like he hit a tree and was just a little too short on that one. Back to the forehand. Ooh, look how high that is. That looks nice for this hole unless he gets caught up.
Oh, got caught up in the trees. Just a little long. Ooh, this is a tough upshot here.
Looks like he's straight Anheuser, yep.
What's his? I believe that's his wizard.
Ooh, good shot, though.
That works.
Actually, Lee's got a nice little look at it here.
He sure does. Straddle it in. Oh,
I know he's not a fan of the straddle. Seems to be what a lot of players who don't normally straddle do is a little bit of left. Miss. And that was a great putt by Andy.
Yep, Andy continues on the birdie train. Let's see what Jarrett does here. That's also for birdie. Very nice. There you go. Still, though, par is not terrible. And it's also par for Joe.
Oh, look at that. He put a lid on the light there, and he did with his vest. Not super bright anymore.
So we've got 19 here. This is one of the temporary holes. This is not part of the permanent part. All of the pavement you see here, this is all hazard. So land out in the pavement. You can play it from there. And with a stroke penalty, all the grass on either the left or the right is in bounds. 381 foot hole, and this played as the second hardest hole out on the course. And there you go.
And this is probably one of the most open holes of the course. And with how windy it was that day, this actually did provide even more difficulty here.
I'm a little surprised not to see him flick this hole. He just wanted to keep it off to the left, I guess.
And or his heat. I would almost think I would see here, but and there's the Anheuser play you expect to see. And that was a.
It looks like he threw an Innova Destroyer, according to his list here. Woo! There's some of that platinum power we were talking about earlier in the first round.
Pulled a little bit right, got hung up a little bit. And it looks like that might be on the other side of the pavement. Ooh, and this
Joe.
looks...
Ooh. Wound up on the pavement.
Either early or not enough Anheuser.
Oh, he didn't end up on the pavement here.
And even short. That is not no B. So, look at this roll away.
Oh, no. No! Oh, that sucks. That screwed view. Oh, God, that sucks. I laugh to keep from crying because I can totally relate to this.
Just hitting the wrong part of the tree there.
Oh, yeah.
Standing it up, sending it the wrong way.
Love that screwed view. Oh, Joe not happy with this throw. That is fading way off to the left. Oh, come on.
And not OB. It looked like he went.
I think he's off the pavement. He might be all right.
Looked like he went off the other side.
Jarrett with his upshot. A little
his,
short.
That was his Waisaki pig that he likes to throw.
Yep. Poor Andy. Man, that was terrible roll away. That was awful.
But a nice upshot to try and limit the bleeding there, limit the damage. And yeah, Joe's on the other side. But that ceiling is very low. Even on the backside, it is more forgiving, but the ceiling is very low. So a loft putt like that getting through is actually a decent shot.
All right, par.
What a par from
Jarrett. You know, a par in this hole really feels like a birdie. It really does. This hole was so hard. When we're setting this hole up with the park staff, I didn't think it was going to play this difficult. So, I mean, it played, almost a whole stroke over par.
A nice little tidbit, too, is we actually extended the tee pad, so it was actually about 12 feet shorter than how they usually play it there.
Yes, exactly. So hole 20 rather, this is a right to left. And that path there in the back is not out of bounds. So I thought that would have been a little too punitive to do that. It would make the green way too small. But this is a pretty easy hyzer line with that little tree right there to kind of mess with your head.
I think it's more the low ceiling that's in everyone's head. Because for a shot like this, you like to throw high and then...
Yes, exactly.
And this looks like Lee's slammer. And right under the ceiling there, and a little too early.
You know, actually, that's a pretty makeable putt from right there, even though he's in the bush. There we go.
A little bit of hyzer out of his hand, and just a little bit too long, depending on how it hit the trees in there.
Still, though, probably a makeable putt from there. See what Joe has.
And that looks way early off the branch.
Now that's going to be a tough upshot there. I don't think he's going to make it through all this stuff. Not easily, anyways.
Having to go up, over, and vertical just to try and get through. And he does, and there's the danger right there.
Oh.
Downhill, roll away, and the disc just cruises.
There you go, Jared.
What a putt there, Jared. That was right over the basket, straddling out. And this, I believe this is Lee.
Yep, this is Lee. There you go. Oh!
Just too much in his way there.
So you can always tell Andy, you can see the glowing clothes.
And what a...
Brutal.
Chain's not catching there.
Oh, they're going to slow-mo it, too. You got a screwed view again. Oh, poor Andy.
2 holes in a row for Andy here.
That sucks. Andy's just looking around going, what do I got to do, man? Oh, got hung up by some branches there. Oh, just barely over the basket. Yeah, well, what can you say? I mean, these are Mach 3 baskets. They don't catch the greatest. You gotta make the adjustments for it. And sometimes you get that screwed view with these baskets. He's being very careful to make sure it's in there. Oh, man.
Almost with these, you almost want to use a lighter putter on these baskets just because of the chains.
So hole 21, this is another left to right hole. It's pretty easy, actually. 21 played as the 18th hardest hole in the course, so one of the easiest.
Only danger is there is the parking lot and there is a path over to the left if you For a backhand release too early, forehand just turn it over.
Yep.
It does not look like Jared does that here. Instead, he pulls
Oh, yeah.
just
Ball
past that tree.
by about
Should be
20
nice,
feet out.
Easy putt for him here.
Oh, yeah. What's he throwing here? Is that another Avenger? He sure likes his Avengers.
I know it's to the point the last tournament he went to, he bought, I think it was 4 of them.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, if it works for you, stick with it, man.
and again, it looks like one of Lee's ions
What?
or deflector,
Oh.
and that just went nose down out of his hand.
Oh, that's so not Lee-like. So un-Lee.
And this is very Joe. What a nice high forehand coming in, spiking it in, no skip.
Good shot.
And as being one of the alternate holes, this is actually not one of the fast greens.
Nope,
and that
obviously
is,
not.
I like to call that Lee's bread and butter. I've seen him ace with that disc, that Black Envy. Ooh, and just a little turned.
Oof.
And what a birdie by Joe there.
There we go. Birdie and a par. Kind of a tough way for Lee to finish out. He was on a birdie train for a while. And the last 4, he parred.
Still finishing out the card.
All right, so we're looking at the back 9 scores here. Still pretty tough, pretty tight race here for Andy, Jarrett, and Lee. Joe is, well, he's 4 strokes out of it, so he's not going to be on the feature card. So it looks like we're going to have Corey, Zach, Luke, and Courtney on the feature card for the second round.
Look at that hot round of 52 by Corey Murphy.
Amazing. And then we want to give a special thank you to our Patreon sponsors, Tin Sylvian and Vin Sprassen and Disc Baron.